gonna start now. In 3, 2, 1. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's the plot. Oh. So Corey's not here now.
He's dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, is that a dead end job? I was joking. Anyway, back to Spyro, and I know after our critically acclaimed second part of this, you know, we're sticking to the camera, but we've got a slightly less stupid angle, and you know, we're still using the microphone. Well, you got a lot of words there, Andrew.
I'm a mute.
Well. So anyway, so it's now 2021 as we're recording this.
You ever looked at a picture and you could just tell how hot it is?
I mean,
you just look at a picture of like the way the sun looks, and you're like, man, it's got to be like 100 degrees there.
Well,
which some people would be listening and say 100 degrees is nothing. Well, it is here where we live.
Yeah.
Let's hit that before, but it doesn't happen that often.
100 degrees. Where's Moneybags? Oh, right. We already got all the power-ups. So during this 90s style Let's Play, except we still got a better mic than on the camera, this is it's our continuation of Spyro 2, our transition of it just being me and Andrew. Or how should I say your name weird? Pendrew. There's a guy on Sleeping Dogs called Pendrew.
I'm sorry.
Well done, Spyro. Activated.
I don't know, what game are we actually playing today? Is this Spyro 12 or something?
It's more like Spyro 230, but I mean.
Oh, cool! They're in the world where there's a bunch of warring factions, and I love how you help both sides.
Because money.
Spyro's a true neutral. He doesn't care. Possibly a chaotic neutral.
Well, I mean, it's small food.
Thanks for the gems, Spyro. With all this cash, I can open a little burger shop in Skilo's Badlands.
He has all these random things. He's like, I can do this in this area. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get all the gems through here, all the gems. And I guess Andrew will play a level.
Sure? Is that how that works?
I don't know, that's how we've been doing it. It's been a little while since we've done this. Do you like how he's not even remotely touching the things? He's just... I think... Well, of course, they did say he's using his claws, so maybe he's just clawing it.
Did you know the hole in an acoustic guitar is used to store soft cheeses and dried meats that are fed to the drummer when he does a good job?
I mean, everyone knew that. I mean, I figured there was like some sort of vegetable in there, but you know, if you want to be stupid about it.
Oh, Spyro, hello. I was just having trouble with this door, and I think some board.
Spyro, it's me, SpongeBob.
You collected a good number of boards there.
Also, Spyro, you're also SpongeBob. So apparently Tom Kenny, when he voiced Spyro, he just kind of viewed it as another job. Just like, because he hardly remembered doing the Spyro voice. In Spyro 2 through 4.
4.
Enter the Dragonfly.
Oh, that one that wasn't good.
Right.
I can let you into the little castle over there and exchange.
Little castle.
What do you say?
Yeah.
No one's been through that portal in years. I thought I'd never find a sucker. I mean, you're a shrewd customer, Spyro.
Do you know that there's actually Newton actually had a fourth law? You know, you had the laws of motion,
Yeah.
like equal and opposite reaction, and force equals mass times acceleration, and all that.
Right.
You know that the fourth one was?
What was it?
For every reaction, there's a female overreaction.
Say hi to Ripto for me if you see him. Or say hi to Ripto if you see him.
Huh. Interesting.
He's
Interesting.
doing it. He got kicked out. So he got kicked out of his own thing here, and then Ripto, he's saying, say hi to Ripto for me. Maybe he's saying that sarcastically. I don't know. Or, well, he was talking about a certain world, so I don't know.
I would love to let you enter this speedway free of charge, Spyro. Love to. Unfortunately, the speedway rules require me to charge a small fee.
Sylvester's wanting in here.
You chose it wisely. I bet a quick dragon like you will win your money back in no time.
He almost sounds like he could have been voiced by Mike Pollock, but he's I don't think he was. All right. So yeah, I'm just like opening up everything so that way well, everything will be open. We're getting all the gems and all the treasure.
So I read a book called Skyward.
I don't think so.
It's pretty good, kind of more on the younger end of young adult novels. Really good story. Had a lot of good quotes, and I'd forgotten I'd taken pictures and had highlighted them.
Oh.
And I thought it'd be fun to kind of read them off because they're hilarious. So let's see. The first one is darn it, hang on. The most wonderful sound ever is the lamentations of my enemies, screaming my name towards the heavens with ragged, dying voices.
Alright.
And then those rats, I said, shall soon know the wrath of my hunger dispensed through tiny coils of justice. I think she said that when she was trying to find some rats to eat. Let's see here. That soup tasted better than the blood of my enemies. You are very attractive and intelligent, Mbot said. Spencer, is my moral support subroutine functioning? You're quite bipedal and very efficient at converting oxygen into carbon dioxide, an essential gas for plant life. That was an AI trying to figure out how to compliment people.
Are you ready for a speedway?
Oh, am I doing a speedway? Oh, Lord.
Here we go. I'll let you handle this one. I interrupted your thing there just because Sylvester's at the door wanting to.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Did you win?
Oh, Lord, I haven't done these in a while. I can't remember. I've been playing Zelda.
So you hit the thing.
These controls don't mean much to me.
Well, your life doesn't mean much to
I know, it doesn't mean much to anybody.
By the way, I decided to stick you in one of the hardest speedways in the game. That's what I was thinking, Sylvester. Huh? these speedways have it in a way where, well, first of all, this one's really confusing, but also, I hate how they have it to where it's like they give you barely enough time.
I seem to recall the speedways in Spyro 1 being a little harder.
Depends. But, did you pay attention to your time up there?
Nope,
Well,
not a bit.
ta-da! I always thought of them saying ta-da. For some weird reason.
I don't remember where the rest of those things
Probably
are.
not at all what they are doing, and
Well, I'm probably screwed. We'll find out.
more than likely. No? I mean, you just purposely just don't go through it and let the time run out. I don't know.
Let's see if I can remember where to find Hunter. Or was that
That's
just
actually-
Spyro 3? Who do I find here? I feel like that there's somebody else I find. But I can't
It's
remember.
it's in the waterfall thing.
Oh, that's not it.
By the way, I wasn't paying attention that we're using a camera for a moment when I walked by.
Yeah, I was a little curious why that happened. In here?
No, like keep going through. Shoot. Wait, there was a waterfall.
Okay, but where?
Right there.
Up here?
Right there. Or, you passed
Oh.
it.
Okay.
Now you got yourself into this mess. You gotta get yourself out of it.
We've been having a crime problem here.
We've been having a crime trouble here.
Cat burglars. Alright, you racist.
Did you know?
So we're not here to kill the burglars, we're here to take the money back. Why don't we just
Yep.
kill the burglars?
We're just like, of course, with Hunter, with this game's logic, you got to go in really weird places, like really weird angles, and don't hit the ones that you're passing by. You're actually just supposed to hit random ones.
How do these companies make such varied games and like
You missed it.
I know. How do these companies make such varied games in 3 or 4 years time that were really good, but nowadays companies take 10 years to make 2 games and they both suck?
Because I don't know. All right, so these people want this new game. It's like these days, like people want this new game, it's single player, and all that stuff. You got to be online to play it.
I don't understand why, like, so many, and not, this isn't always the case, but there are so many games that have to have some kind of multiplayer. I don't get it. What happened to the single player thing that we had?
I'm seeing the other way around, where it's like you gotta have either single player or just multiplayer. But like, I mean, look at God of War. I mean, that's single player only. There's a lot of games out there that's just single
I mean,
player.
I'm saying that they exist, but what happened to there being so many?
I mean, they're like a lot of
And-
companies
and-
are just seeing dollar signs and saying, hey, we can.
And how come
capture-
how come most retro style platformers are not good? As in, like, modern day ones. There are some exceptions.
And how they all do the pixel art thing,
They all do really bad pixel art. I feel like if I were gonna, a good way to redo an old 16-bit style game would be kind of like how they did the graphics for Street Fighter 2 HD. That was a really good way to do it. Oh, come on.
Like I said, there's a logic in this game where it's just like, where it's just like, oh well, Hunter has to do it in all these confusing angles. So I think I realized that I like Spyro 2 and 3 equally, but there's things that are better about Spyro 3, and then there's things that are much worse than Spyro 2 excuse me. There's things in Spyro 3 that are better than 2, but then there's also things that are worse than in Spyro 2. So it kind of equals itself out. Or like the progress. I can't stand that. It gets harder if you play better, type of thing. It's like, just let me choose a mode.
It gets harder?
Yeah, you didn't know. You didn't know that fact. All right, one last one.
Save the money by burning the money and not doing anything about the criminals.
I was trying to think of a joke. Why is it that pausing it is like 60 frames per second, but playing the game isn't?
I don't know.
But you might be wondering why Corey's not here.
He's dead.
He's doing this stupid thing, like having a live, making money.
Another good quote from the book. A pox of unique human diseases, many of which cause uncomfortable swelling, come upon you. Let's see. Hey, Mbot said, just for that I shall hunt down your firstborn children and laugh with glee as I tell them of your death in terrible detail with many unpleasant adjectives.
Does that mean that well, I can't think of any good jokes today. I'll tell you one thing. This is a really annoying. This is a pretty annoying. It's like the for some reason, like the middle two these things, the speedways are like the unnecessarily hard.
One of my friends, I think that her daughter was in second grade when she wrote this. She looked at her daughter's to-do list for her spring break this couple years ago, and it says, go into the playroom, watch TV, eat food, watch more TV. I don't know about you guys, but I can totally side with that one. When I was in school, that is exactly what I wanted to do on my spring breaks. We didn't go to the beach or anything, so eating food and watching TV, perfect.
So I literally just said these are unnecessarily hard, and I just beat it in one go. God, I'm so much better than you, Andrew.
I remember when I was gay.
No. There we go. There's Hunter. Good job, Spyro. I'm talking to you like it's an educational game. I mean, does he not sound like he's trying to talk in like down to the children?
Yes.
Yeah, this one's a little ridiculous.
Hey, I heard you were good at this.
Oh well, Hunter, if you drove better. Hold on.
4 years ago, next Saturday, I got to meet Lacey Sturm from Flyleaf. That was pretty cool.
Well, almost 5 years ago, we saw a Weird Al concert.
3.5 years ago is when we had a thunderstorm so bad it blew down a power line in front of my work. That was really interesting.
Well, 2 minutes ago, we weren't really talking about this, but hey, we're talking about it now.
Way to go, Spyro!
Of course, I've seen Weird Al in concert twice. Not to brag, but but yeah, I remember, like the first time I saw him, we were up in like the upper floor, but me and my sister, but second time it was me and Andrew, and this was a lot of fun. We were like five or six people away from him.
It basically makes us famous.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll sign your autographs, but we'll sign autographs. Just
I charge for autographs.
well, yeah.
1 bag of chips.
Remember the secret where it was
Utz cheese balls are also acceptable. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just doing that. Just fancy way of getting back to the first area. Hey, frogs. Let's do. I'm gonna have you do Skilo Spanlands.
Oh no!
I wonder if we should do. I wonder if we should just switch every time one dies, or if we play different levels.
No.
Like, I wonder how they came up with some of these sound effects, or these sound effects where it's just like, okay, let's just do this sound. I don't know. They just coming up with different sounds. It's just like, we got to release the game in like in a couple of days. Just this.
Why is it all so imprecise?
What is imprecise?
Not precise.
I mean, I know what it means. I mean, what isn't precise though? Is what...
Me charging at people. I kept jumping around them.
Well, yeah, watch out whenever they die, because Ow. So we're not really planning on getting all the skill points. But if we were, Andrew screwed it up. I don't know. No, I think no, it wasn't the right area I was thinking about. Remember those cacti? Whenever you would hit them in Spyro 1, how they would just shake it off. There's like, oh, friendly little cacti in it. Now you're just straight up blowing them up. Some little douchebag that will start laughing at you. Oh. Now remember, you gotta lay on your stomach and then have your legs up in the air and kick them, Oh. And talk about the handsome guy bride. That's one kind of annoying thing about those types of collectibles is you have to directly be touching them to get them. And they're like, sometimes they're either so small or so skinny or,
Allahu Akbar.
She's racist. You know, that's a culture war thing.
Not a religious thing?
Do what?
You mean a religious thing?
A religion? Well, you know what I mean.
It's not cult.
It's a religious thing, not a race, but we'll still call it racist. I ain't letting him in this time. Talking about the cat.
It's funny to watch him stick his paws into the door.
He hates having doors closed. He likes them all to be open, so he can just come and go as he pleases.
No.
You can't fire it. You can either hit it with those balls, or you can hit them with your horns. Something about that sounds really wrong. West Virginia. So the other day here in Tennessee, there was as of this recording, there the weather couldn't make up its mind on what it wanted to be. It snowed some. It snowed hard. Snowed lightly. Was sunny. Snowed hard again. Came bright and sunny. Snow. You know what I mean? Just Tennessee weather doesn't always make up its mind on what it wants to be. And so it's like you've also got shoot, I'm trying to remember. Well, you know, I made my point. Have you ever started a Let's Play and you just don't know what to say and you just spout random things?
Alright, let's see here.
This really is a 90s Let's Play thing where you just randomly say things instead of just...
Did the 90s have any Let's Plays? I mean, there weren't.
When I say that, I mean just people recording their TVs with their camera.
That's not good.
Now Spyro, don't swallow that thing. Gotta have an R to every word, just about every word.
Don't run with it, Spyro. You don't want to swallow it.
Whereas whenever Aaron on Game Grumps was saying something about to swallow or something, he's trying to correct himself, and then Danny just goes, "Go on." And there he goes at the door again. See, the reason I'm using a camera instead of a one of those capture cards, because the capture card is just too mainstream for me. I prefer This is my quote unquote unique take on a Let's Play. That's what I'm calling it. Like, you know you have the head bash. You can actually use that on them if you want to. There we go. Which, by the way, kids, if you don't use cheats, you can't do that. Okay, there's the... I don't even remember what that... It's never really clear, like, what that skill point is. Like, how you get it. Because I thought you were supposed to, like, hit them all without using a fireball thing, but... Or a lava ball, whatever you call it. But, you used one, and you still...
like wet dog in here. There's no dog.
There's a dog that sleeps in here sometimes.
But how did I just suddenly smell it?
Oh, I mean, I'm a dog. All men are dogs. Whoa. So, everyone always talks about how PS5 made, ray tracing and stuff.
Made what?
Or like they, the big thing is ray tracing this time around in terms of graphics.
I don't even know what that means.
I think it has to do with things being more reflective or look better reflecting on stuff. I don't know for sure.
Okay.
But I feel like people forget that Pokemon did that first on the Game Boy Advance. Whenever you walk by water, you see your reflection.
It's not good.
He's all burnt up.
Roasted dragon.
Roasted dragon. A friendly reminder that there's a character on this game named Gulp. Wait, does it reset your progress on Andrew? It's on the land now. Okay, it doesn't reset your bone count. Your boner count.
Got a bone to pick with you.
Oh.
Thank you, Spyro.
We never even talked.
Let's see.
Where's my phone?
Right, so anyway.
Dang it.
Okay.
Why is this version laggy?
Because whoever decided to port it was not very smart, apparently.
He really throws off my ability to play.
Well, that's what we call challenge. Well, if this was a Nintendo game, that's what we call a challenge, not a problem. Yeah, Nintendo's slowly starting to lose its hardcore fans, but they still have their the just suck them all the time fans. You know, like anything they do, someone defends it. Nintendo still has those fans, but they're slowly losing the hardcore. You know, they're like the hardcore ones are going like. Well, I mean, technically the hardcore ones will still suck up, but you know what I mean, like the hardcore, but can still have their mind. You know, actually. Oh, get ready for this challenge.
I hated this as a kid. I absolutely hated it.
It's still really dumb.
There's no good pattern.
Oh, I know. Well, the first part's not as bad as the second part.
'Cause I can never remember where the next ones are at.
See, I think that was a problem with this game. Is like there's a lot of oh, go here, then go here. Just go back and forth really quickly in these absurd, you know, absurd things. Lumpy, are you or do you know Frogger? That's the name of a Frogger character. Though I'm pretty sure more people will know about Lumpy on this game than Lumpy on Frogger. Sad to say that, because yeah, there was another one over there. Yeah, how is this game rated E when you just have straight up dinosaurs eating them and like spitting out the bone that was in their head. And well, I guess if they were like chewing them and like blood going everywhere, I guess that would be different. But that was a really quick turn there. See, that's the thing, is like they barely give you enough time to like react to that.
Well, it's
thing.
just more like I don't know where they're at. I don't even know where that one was.
That's what I mean. But like also, that's what I mean by like you got to go back and forth really quickly. And sometimes it seems like you missed. Sometimes it seems like it didn't even register. And also they decided, hey, let's have Spyro bump into them and have it to where he can't move for like a couple of seconds. That's what I can't stand, is like whenever you have these well, newer games still kind of do it, but whenever you have these older games where it's the animation basically the animation has it to where you can't do anything, or it basically hinders your progress and stuff because you gotta wait for the animation to get done. Alright, now go back that way. There we go. There we go. You got it. And the guy's just not even trying to run. Alright, get him, get him, get him. There we go. Is that everything? Oh, yeah, you gotta get the talisman, don't you?
Oh, wow, I guess so.
Wait, did you get all the treasure? Oh, no, you didn't.
I don't even know where the last bit is.
Oh, it's that question mark thing that has you backtrack through the level. Question mark face. Was he doing the floss?
Long before it was a thing.
Actually, in the remake, he does do a floss. He's not doing the, you know. See, here's something that kind of gets on my nerves is like, yeah, it's really stupid when they add these newer dances to like these just to get some trendy points, just to get some trendy points and stuff. And yeah, it doesn't age as well when the dance is no longer you know, no longer popular in a couple of years. But also but the thing on the other side, it also gets on my nerves when people are like, oh, it ruins the whole thing, you know, that kind of stuff. Like when Sonic flossed twice in the Sonic the live action Sonic movie, like people like deducted points from that. It's like, oh, it ruins it, so, you know.
I figure that I'll wait till the floss is almost completely gone from public consciousness and then start doing it to screw with people. I never actually learned how to do it, so I figure I'll just wait till then.
I kind of know. Yeah, he's not really doing the right floss. He's just waving his arms.
Why is
He's not trendy.
why is he rotating around me? Oh.
You know, there was once a saying that said, when the skeletons dance, don't fall off the cliff.
I don't think... What is it, an old Mexican proverb?
Yeah, anyway. Are you gonna get the talisman? Excellent. Skilos Badlands. We're gonna call that racist, even though it's not really racist. Getting a little bit of a crotch shot there. I think people kind of they kind of overreact to the backtracking in this game. It gets a little annoying to have to backtrack, yes, but I think people over exaggerate and say like, well, this game isn't as good because this. But then also love Metroid. Like, if you're gonna complain about backtracking and then say you love like a Metroidvania game, your argument is basically defeated. Well, yes. Tom Kenny.
Spyro, the ice wizard isn't our leader. Tom is tough. Can you help us rescue him? It is urgent. He has our tickets to the night hockey game in Colossus Valley.
Now keep that in mind. He has the tickets, right? I like doing this. For some reason. Oh yeah, it's because this.
If you get on the catapult, we'll help you across the chasm.
I'm on the catapult, but okay. Laggy. Now I didn't have to wait for Spyro's animation there to get done. One thing that gets on my nerves about a game like Sonic Forces is whenever, again, when it comes to the animation, you can't skip the animation, but the time doesn't stop, and you have to sit there and wait for the animation to get done before you can progress, and that gives you barely any time to like get through the game. And well, I mean, that's just one of many problems with Sonic Forces. Do you remember these things in the Game Boy Advance, Spyro?
No.
Well, they were there.
Game Boy Advance Spyro games were not good.
First one wasn't good. The second one was better. Like the second one, I feel like handled it a little better. Even though, I mean, it still had the problem of the helicopter view, or whatever you call it, the isometric view. See, now what I'm trying to understand is, like, okay, so we have better technology. You know, at the time we had like the ability to have 3D games on the go. The Lego games were already doing that with even DS games, and obviously PSP. But then, like, during the, I want to say, like, the early 2010s, they started making Lego games with isometric view, like, whenever it's, like, on a portable system. And I'm trying to figure that one out. I'm like, who said this was a good idea? Despite the fact that we already had 3D, like, before that, we had, like, a couple Lego Star Wars games on the DS that were in 3D. But then, like, the last Lego game on the DS in general was an isometric game. And I'm trying to figure that one out. Like, someone sat there and said, "Yep, this is gonna work." You just got too much to say, Andrew. What about how in this one, I know it makes sense, and I know it makes sense in the context of the area, but Moneybags is like cold look, like his coloring is different. By the way, what about how this moment happens? Wait, I was just like.
So somebody got a tattoo, and it's Light from Death Note hugging the blonde chick from, I don't remember, like 7 novels in. and it says, and it's just her embracing him passionately, and she has a speech bubble that says, let me see if I can find it, and I quote, "Light Yagami spelt backwards is I'm a gay."
Yep.
It's a tattoo.
Okay then.
I'm a little curious.
Well, if you're a little curious, and by the way, yes, I will be taking care of these things later on. Wonder how the lighting is going on the camera.
Yeah.
They're melting away. Down, down, lagging. Yep. Charles. For some reason, I think of the name Charles whenever I run into those things, those like metal those metal vases, because it sounds like they're trying to say a name.
It's pronounced Voss.
Voss. Ice Kings. You notice there's a lot. Well, you know what? We probably already mentioned this a long time ago in the other parts of this Let's Play. But like, what about how the a lot of characters in this game look like Muppets, the way their mouths are, or like one of those maybe one of those stop motion things from back in the day.
Thanks, Spyro. Just hold tight for a second and look out below.
I'm definitely not Tom Kenny doing this kind of voice. By the way, remember how I mentioned the hockey tickets?
Oh. You think those guys could have got me out of here without rolling a 2-ton snowball onto my head? Here, take this crystal. I traded some hockey tickets for it.
Wow.
That's ironic. I guess it's called. I guess it's irony. Some people, there's a lot of people that like to use the word irony in in a place where it's not ironic. Irony is not coincidence. And bones. So, I wonder how they're gonna handle a theoretical Spyro 4. I mean, since we got a Crash 4. Well, hey, it's a kitten right here. It's a little snow leopard, but you know what I mean.
Leopard.
Leopard. Yeah, but listen to the sound. Charles. No. Not everyone can hear it, but if you listen to your heart, you can. Hey, dude, your cat's over here. Are you gonna come get him? No, okay. I guess I'll just screw around then. Alright. You gonna show me the way? But again, the cat just kind of did its own thing. You follow it for a moment, and then you just. You know, whenever you eat something, it just shrinks. It doesn't, like, you know. And then now, he just follows you. While looking up. So at some point we should. I wonder if we should play Halo sometime. Halo campaign. All for the Let's Play.
You found George.
You found George. I know.
You need to go into the game's files and replace it with Sylvester's meow.
Wow. Oh yeah, I gotta go. Wait. Where's the rest of that treasure? Ooh. Treasure. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do this mission out here first. Oh, there we go. Wow. I like how derpy these things look.
They remind me of something from Rayman 2. What is the best version of Rayman 2?
A lot of people are gonna tell you either the Dreamcast or not Dreamcast. I can't remember. A lot of people are gonna tell you it's like the PS2 version on, well, you know, the like Rayman Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Why?
It's too confusing to get around.
How?
They gave it a hub world where you have to like explore to find the worlds or the levels, basically, which sounds cool in concept, but it's too much of a headache. But also, like, people will say, okay, so people like to say that the PS1 version is one of the worst versions. They're the least favorite.
Isn't that the original?
No, the original, I think, was N64. N64 or PC. I think people say that I can't remember if people consider the N64 also one of the better ones or one of the best, but it's not. And
N64 controllers suck.
well, yeah, but also like, here's the thing. They say it's because the PS1 version. They say it's because they cut out some of the content. Fair enough, but
Does the PS2 version add that back?
yeah.
Mm.
But here's the thing. That content sucks. The extra content sucks. And while it's nice to have options, it's like they're like that's their only argument is, oh, it's got the, you know, there's some of the levels that have been cut in half in the PS1 version. They cut out some of the you know, some sections. And well, here's the thing, a majority of those sections are boring as can be. So like playing the PS1 version, it's just better. Wait, oh yeah, I got everything, didn't I? I was not paying attention. Yeah, I got everything. But yeah, the PS1 version of the game cuts out a lot of the boring parts. So if you basically want Diet Rayman 2, then play the PS1 version.
Diet.
So that's what I call it. But yeah, like I fail to see any kind of like great significance in having that content that they talk about that's in you know. So do you want to do Breeze Harbor or Zephyr?
Maybe Breeze Harbor.
Okay. You say you do it or
Yeah.
Trouble with the trolley, eh?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's gonna be here. Well, see, here's the thing. That's really not all that bad. People over-exaggerate that thing, but when you know what to do, it's not bad at all.
I might just play Rayman 2 on the PC. I now have a PC powerful enough to play it.
Well, I've seen Rayman 2 at a store we go to. Well, just skip the cutscene then, don't you? You didn't show the violence that happened there.
Yeah, I'm too sensitive to violence.
Oh, shoot,
I
that's
can't
right.
see it.
Oh no.
I'm not old enough.
Ugh. These land blubbers are...
See, what I like about this is you're currently helping the birds fight the blob dudes.
You forgot.
Well, then you go to the blob dudes world and help them fight the birds. Because Spyro is a chaotic neutral. And he's just like, frick your wars, I want stuff.
What do you call money bags for basically making money off giving them both and making them...
I guess he's kind of like an international arms dealer. He really doesn't care who's fighting. He just wants the money.
Yeah. Politics. You can actually hit them. You just gotta hit at the right angle.
Yeah.
So
Next
what
time
happened?
we play this, you were getting a PlayStation, and we are playing this at a proper frame rate.
Well, I gotta get a better working copy of this game, though.
I'm talking about Spyro 3.
I guess it works alright. Well, if you want to help me get a PS1, I'll hook.
Oop. Like, that's not where you can do the glitch. It's a little
Oh, it
further.
is.
Oh.
You just gotta... But I would suggest not really doing it around enemies, because if you get hurt, it'll freeze.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is right there.
Yeah, try, there we go.
How do you get out? You jump back in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love this glitch. I can swim
Just
anywhere.
don't run into things that'll cause you to get stuck. Like that
this?
right there. And don't run into that enemy because it'll cause the game to freeze. There's enemies up ahead. And also it's lagging, so there's that. Like, it's a really fun glitch, but it does have its issues. Whenever you...
When you run it on the original PS1 version, or, you know, as long as you run it on an old PS1 disc, it works great, and you can have a lot of fun with it.
I mean, it's the same no matter what version you play.
It doesn't lag, though.
Well, okay, it doesn't lag, but what I'm saying is... is that, I was like, don't run around this area, and you're running right towards, like, danger and stuff.
Absolutely.
These land blubbers. I don't know if they're actually called land... I guess they're still called land blubbers, but, like, they...
Is there a compendium I can look at to understand all the nuances to this war? Perhaps a rich history that I might look at.
Well, I mean, if you look at the Spyro wiki, you might not find anything, but, you know... Were you trying to hit that thing?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta aim it a little higher. There we go. Little aha moment where you can just jump up there. Oh. What about...
I'm really glad that the drummer for the Police made the music for this game.
He made it all the way up into... the last one he did was Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Which, here's the thing. Enter the Dragonfly could have been good. It could, like, if they had actually spent time on it, like, there was, like, in Spyro 4, there was even supposed to be a moment where, you you get to fight. You get to fight. What do you call it? Like I think there's a point where Ripto and Nasty Nork team up, and obviously Nasty Nork never made it into the game. There was a point where you were gonna fight Crush and Gulp. Well, they cut that part out and they made a cutscene where they just straight up die, or like Ripto just straight up kills them. So they were really trying to rush it for the holiday season. Like I think, I could be wrong, but I think there's literally only one boss fight in the entire game, which is Ripto.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. And I'm just like, and people freak out about Sonic 06. So when you play that game, it's awful the way it runs. Like, I would much rather play Sonic 06 than Spyro 4, or, you know, the current Spyro 4. But again, here, you know, the common phrase of the of talking about Sonic games after Sonic Heroes, it had potential. Now here's the thing, Unleashed actually wasn't bad. It's just when you get into certain later parts of the game, you start to realize just how tedious it is to have to get, like, how you have to progress. Which is getting all like these coins that are, you know, little medals or something to unlock certain levels. And you basically have to know where some of them are to get to those levels to progress through the game. And also the last area in Sonic Unleashed on 360 and PS3, that's pretty bad. You have to go through the entire level on however many lives you have, or else you have to start over. Like, it's like, okay, in Sonic Unleashed on Wii and PS2, you don't have that problem. It's all separated levels. In the PS3 and 360 version, it's all one level, where you just, like, switch between being a werehog and a regular Sonic.
Okay, but question: why a werehog?
Oh, because they didn't understand that were means man. So they didn't say, like, hedge wolf or something.
Hedge wolf.
It's a bad word, isn't it?
No, it's just funny.
Sylvester was still out the door, just deciding to meow, and it's just. I'd say after we get done with after I get done with the next with Zephyr.
Nope, we're calling it here.
No.
I am.
Yeah, but how are they gonna know how the other side of the war is gonna go?
That's their cliffhanger for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Dun, 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 dun. No, wait, that's not Dragon Ball Z.
That's not Dragon Ball Z.
Dun, 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 dun.
You know, if we were really there, we'd be hearing, oh!
A call!
A call!
Here we go.
Just to be sure I didn't miss one. The camera's a little limited.
The camera. Oh, the camera. Wait for it.
Trouble with the trolley, eh?
I heard that too much as a child.
Apparently a lot of people did. But like, I've heard people say, like, well, this mission's pretty awful. People have nostalgia for when he says that, but when you get down to it, it's actually pretty bad. And I'm like, no, if you know what you're doing, you can get through it pretty easily. It's funny to hear like Nintendo people who love like the N64 version of Mario 64 go like, people have nostalgia for stuff, and unlike those games, Mario 64 is still fun. Sure. Now Mario 64 is fun. It's just hindered by controls and physics in a lot of levels. Because I honestly play Crash Bandicoot and Sonic Adventure a lot more than, you know, than Mario 64.
We didn't have an N64 growing up.
Well, I mean, we did. Technically, I was still a kid whenever you're missing some on the other side, but technically, I was still a children when well, considered a minor whenever we played Mario 64. I was a teen, but you know, whenever we got it on Wii, downloaded it on Wii.
I don't remember that.
Well, it happened. But anyway, yeah, so we played that, and I was like, it's a little fun, not really as much as, you know, some of these games.
I really wanted an N64 growing up, but only for the certain games we saw at Walmart.
Well, like Banjo-Kazooie and yeah,
Smash Brothers, Mario Party.
Well, see, I didn't really know about Smash Bros. Until like much later on. And actually, I guess it's interesting. Our first Smash Brothers game was the original Smash Bros.
Melee.
Yeah, I remember seeing Melee. For some
Super
reason,
Smash Brothers Melee.
For some reason, I was thinking that Melee was like for some reason, I thought it was like the fourth game in the series or something, and there was like some more on the N64. That was great. I'm definitely not voiced by the guy who did Hunter.
I want bird. I want cooked bird.
You're gonna burn his crotch?
Yep.
His cart? His couch? Ring,
Wait,
ring.
do I still have any more orbs to get?
Well, why don't you hit pause it and check? Oh, there's one more. Oh yeah, you gotta get that you gotta deal with those shoot. Yeah, you know those things, the spiky balls.
Where's the last set?
Well, it's in the second area. It's like the area after you fly the boats.
So not here.
Not here, no.
Marge.
I couldn't really get into The Simpsons. There's some funny moments here and there, but I never really could get into them. Even the older ones. People act like the older ones are like masterpieces, but I don't know, they're okay. I really do prefer Family Guy over The Simpsons. Even the newer ones. Which I realize, like, people do that like it's a... People do that like it's like you're talking about Nintendo and Sega. You know, what kid are you? Are you a Family Guy kid or a Simpsons kid?
Is Sylvester still meowing?
Yeah. Fun fact about the Family Guy game, the original Family Guy game, is that other than it sucks,
Isn't it supposed to be rated AO?
no, it was originally supposed to be rated T, but there were too many things in it that where they said it's got to be an M-rated game. Now let's watch the cutscene where they use their own people to kill their own people. Well, excuse me, they're using their people to kill them. No, him. No. Oh yeah, and also fun fact about the PS1 version of Spyro 2. If you have the aiming thing on, like say you have something in Spyro's mouth, or if you have the infinite flame balls, if you hold triangle, like where you aim it and then pause and exit the level and let the cutscene play, you actually can see the aimer, the
I'm done.
crosshair is still there. I think we should just go ahead and do this.
I'm not.
Well, I am. You're just gonna be here commentating.
Nope.
Commentation. Well, fine. We'll just save it here, and then we'll say, hey, this is where we were last off. Last at. Words. So next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be dealing with this situation.
Oh!
You ever notice that whenever he burped like that, it like went to the beat of the music?
Mm-hmm.
What? Or then you have like Frogger, which has like farts and stuff that go to the music in the sewer levels. Anyway, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. So join us next time as we play more Spyro 2. Ripto's Sexy Rage. What? You got anything to say before we go, Andrew?
Yeah, you can catch a lot of flies with honey, but you can catch a lot of honeys being fly.
Goodbye.